Okay, so today we're going to make antibacterial dish soap. Okay, now before I go into this project, this is a 1 gallon, 1 gallon total. Okay, and we're going to use dial. Now, dial already have antibacterial agent in there, and I used the 4 ounce, almost 4 ounce bar. So I got 2 of those. That's a total of 8 ounces. Okay, now it's supposed to be 16 ounces total, which means it's 1 cup for each. I'm going to substitute that with the borax, because borax will act as a thickening agent. Now, a lot of people don't like borax because they think there's a lot of information about borax. But little as they know, they use borax in eye drops. They use borax in eye cleaners. I mean, hello, you're putting in your eyes. These are you just washing dishes. So you can tell right there. Now, another thing that you can do, put sea salt in there. That also acts as an antibacterial and as a thickening agent. Okay, so sea salt. Only if you want. Okay, we want it to be cheap. We want it to save money. Okay? Now, there's one ingredient that in all the soap. Okay, it is called sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, that is the ingredient that actually makes suds. Now, use the foaming bubble bath. I got this from the dollar store, and it has watermelon scent in it. So now I'm going to have a watermelon scent plus dial scent in to my dishwashing soap. Okay. During this time, I already have my water boiling. So in a minute, I'll move the camera to there. Okay. Sorry about that if I make you dizzy, but I have no choice. Now, there's only few ingredients in here. If you notice, they have already put sodium chloride in there. Guess what that is? Sea salt. Okay. Then there's 2 ingredients in here. Is I believe it says methylisothiazolian, whatever that is. I don't know how to say that, but those 2 ingredients, it's a stabilizer. They use it as a stabilizer. And then it's coca midopropyl betaine. And mostly fragrance. And then color. And then they actually put citric acid in here. So you can put citric acid in here too if you want. But most of them is already in here already. And I got that from a dollar store. So guess what? We are going to put 10%. Okay? So 10% of the formula, which is about, I would say, well, this is 8 ounces of soap. And I double that to another 4 ounce. Remember, we're going to double this to 16 ounce total. So that's a total of 16 ounce. And that's 16 cup. That's a gallon. Okay. Now, let's put this away because I already graded my soap in there already. So you need 8 and 8. So that's equivalent to 16 ounce. And then you're going to need, depend on you, okay? If you want a lot of suds, put the full bottle in. If you want less suds, put half a bottle in, because this is 20 ounce. So literally, you can make it 8 ounce to the same thing as equivalent. So it'll be 8 ounce of this, 8 ounce of that, and 8 ounce of that. And yes, I got this for the dollar store. So I'm going to do 10 ounce. That's equivalent to 50 cents. I did 2 bars of soap from here. I got it from the dollar store. That's another $1. And then probably another worth of less than 50 cents of that. So a total of 1 gallon of dishwashing, antibacterial dishwashing soap, it only cost me $2.50. Literally. Now here's another thing. If you worry about borax, because a lot of people worry about borax drying their hands, put glycerine in there. It is still worth it because it's only $1 something. This is called Equate. That's from Walmart. I only got that for $1 something, and that's a 6 ounce. You can put the whole bottle in there if you want, but I wouldn't, because remember, everything in this form is 2 to 5% only. Another thing, castor oil. Not castile oil, but castor oil. Put castor oil in there to smooth up your hand. Okay? 2 to 5%. So measure your thing. 16 cups is 8 ounce. So 64. If you even put in 10%, that's a whole bottle right there. This bottle is about 6 something ounce, I believe. Somewhere there I read it. Let me reread again. Sorry. 6 ounce. This one here, 6 ounce. So literally, either way, I would go with vegetable glycerine, because a lot of, believe it or not, a lot of dishwashing soap, it's all vegetable glycerine. They're not going to put anything else more expensive in there for you, because they know it's a thing. But here's the thing. We all been lied to. LYE, okay? Lie. Guess what most of the soap is made out of? Lye. Lye. And then there's 2 ingredients that we know the most in here. Sodium toluate and sodium cocoate. Guess what that is? It's a mixture of lye and cocoate is coconut oil and vegetable oil. Sodium toluate is lye and animal protein or animal acid. So literally, there's only 2 ingredients in soap. 99% of this world, there's only 2 ingredients in soap. And that's why I said it's really easy to do soap. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video and then we're going to the mixing. Okay, so now we bring it to a boil. And my first ingredients I'm going to put in is borax. Okay. And remember, I only did half, okay, because my other half is going to be cold water. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want it to cool down faster. So the trick is to melt this first. Okay. And use your favorite, you know, use your favorite stir. This is my favorite stir, which is this is my soap making stuff. I just dedicated for my soap making stuff. Okay, now that is melted. Now we're gonna put our soap in. I'm gonna do half of it. Once the other half is all done. You don't have to stand here and remember, I tell you on my other videos, let nature and gravity help you. But because I'm doing a video, I want to stir this up. I want to make it faster for you guys, I guess you can say. Okay, so now everything's melted. Okay. And there's still some left, like a big chunk left, because I didn't do a too good of job of grating it. So there's still some, just a little bit left, maybe a little thing left. But here's the thing, we can solve that later. This is where you want to put your sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, that's the bubbling agent. And this is where you, if you want extra glycerine, this is where you want to put it in also. Okay, because it is very important to have this here at 170 or above degree. You see that? It's above 170. Okay, right now it's 200 degree. Soap making, anytime it's over 170 degree in Fahrenheit, everything will be called fused. Okay, so remember that. Now this is where I'm gonna put my special agent in, because I want them to fuse together. Okay, remember my sud making formula? And now look, see that? I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Sorry if I'm out of camera. Look how nice it is. And look, I'm gonna pour down. See? It acts exactly like the store-bought, like Joy or whatever. And then remember, okay, once it cool down, it's gonna come to a gel. Don't let this cool down, okay? You need to put your other half a gallon in. Remember that? And see, I still have a little chunk left. I'm gonna let nature work, because there's no need for me to stand here and show you all this stuff. Okay? There's still a little bit chunk left. I'm going to let it go through first, so I can have this thing stir. I'm going to heat it up a little bit so it'll be all melted. But I'll show it to you one more time before I end this video. See that? And I'm going to pour it out. See, there's still some chunk left, but like I said, I'm trying to do this really quick on the video. But that's your soap right there. And then when it dries, look at it. Look. When it dries, it runs so slow. You see that? It becoming a gel. If you want it to become a gel, you can leave it like this, but I wouldn't advise you to, because it will be so liquidy. Look at that. Ooh, that's hot. Look at that. It's like it becomes like a hard gel. Don't do that. The best thing to do is to dilute it with your 1 gallon, like the formula I put on the description. Okay, but other than that, I'm trying not to drip this because I can't do it. But other than that, that's about it. Let it cool down, but do not let it cool down completely, because we need to add the other half of water in there so it'll be all mixed okay. You can put it right now if you want, and then just bring it back. You don't have to bring it to a boil because it's already hot already. Okay, you can add it right now and then let it cool down naturally if you like. But you saw how thick it is now. You don't want that, because it will be too thick. It will be pouring out like crazy. So my advice, use the formula as 1 gallon, because it'll come up a lot thicker than the store. Trust me, it is a lot thicker than the store. But if you don't do it, it'll be even more thicker than the store. So my advice to you, do the formula as 1 gallon, okay? And it'll cost you $2.50. That's it. Other than that, oh, they sell at the store now 75 ounce, $10. Can you imagine? 75. I'm making a whole gallon. This is 128 for $3.50. So $3.69. I can make 3 gallons for $10. Can you imagine? 3 gallons for $10 versus 75, and that's the good one, the one I like. 75 ounce is already $10 already. I can't say the name is, but I'll spell it D-A-W-N. Okay, that's the soap that I'm talking about. Okay, so this is my final result after adding my water, and I let it cool down. Let me take this thermostat out. I don't need it no more. Let me put that in there so I can rinse it. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. You see how jelly that is? See that? Look, I can pick them up by chunk. See that? Now this is where you're going to stir. Okay. When it cools down, you can take a whisk and whisk this, or you can put them in a bottle and shake it. That would be up to you. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you another one. So we're finished with that, because you don't need me to stand there and stir all that unless you want me to. We're going to move to the jar that I made earlier for my gram. I made it into this jar. And then I put blue color in it. That's for her. I know, I'm making it fun for her. She likes blue. And look. See how jelly it is? Now we're going to my washing part. Okay? And I am going to demonstrate it for you. Oh, let me show you this. I put some in there from there. From this container, I put them in here. Let me show it to you. See how jelly it is? Okay. And I'm sorry about, I'm working by myself, so look. Really jelly. Okay. Then I put some in here because I'm about to wash dishes. Look. That's the consistency that I like. This is gel-like, almost. But I remember I told you earlier, it's better than store-bought. The store-bought wouldn't even be comparing to that. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to wash dishes for you. The dishes that I saved with the dishwashing soap. Okay? I'm going to put some on here. I'm going to wring this out so you don't think that I'm using that another. You see how many suds that is? Actually, I was using that, but I'm just doing this just to let you see. You see how much suds there is in there? I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit so you can see, okay? Okay. I'm going to use this container here. Or that one, doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter which one. That's it. Just one drop. Not a drop, but there's a bunch in there. And I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to wash this. I have to wash my thermostat. I have to wash this here. There's some tomato sauce stuck on there. Glass. Remember, glass and plastic is the worst of them all. I think, from my point of view, I think plastic is the worst one of them all. Glass, plastic, including this right here. It has a bunch of tomato sauce on it. I'm just washing it. Usually I throw those out now, but I'll wash it for you so you can see. See how much suds there is? I am telling you, that ingredient that I put in, that I showed you earlier, the sodium lauryl sulfate, that's the ingredient that makes it suds. And see? Look how much suds there is. See? Now, I'm gonna rinse this out. And I'll show you two products that I hate washing the most. Plastic. I don't think I washed underneath here. I still feel some oil. Let me wash that. Yep, I didn't. Let me feel it for you. You saw I didn't touch here, and it was oily, and I just touched it 2 seconds. Now my next one, glass. Oh, I hate glass when it comes to oil. Ooh. You don't know how much I hate when it comes to oil with glass. Test it out. Hear that? Okay, let me wash this, especially this one. Oh, there's still some left. Right in the center there, let me see. Maybe because I didn't touch it good enough. This is plastic. Remember, I tell you I hate plastic. I'm doing this demonstration only. Usually I soak them all up. Yep, it went away. Okay. This. All gone. Yep. And then I have tomato sauce on here, which I hate. Oh. You don't know how much I hate tomato sauce. I love to eat it, but I hate washing it. You saw that coating on the oil? Look, it comes out all nice. Other than that, that's about it. And all came out all nice. You can hear the squeaky. That's it. I'm all set. Anyway, other than that, that's about it. If you see this video, I got a few more to do here, but I don't need to bother with you. If you see this video, I'm telling you, you will never buy soap again. If you see this video and you saw how simple I did and blah blah blah, you would never buy soap again. You would never spend. Actually, forgot one thing before I do this. I was able to make 1.5 gallon. Okay, because it came out so thick that I had to put extra in, because my grandmother was like, oh, why don't you split that and leave it for me? So I actually split it, and then the consistency just a little bit, but it comes out a gel still, and I promise you, you would like it. So literally I made 1 gallon, 1.5 gallon for $2.50. Yup, $2.50. Oh, I forgot one more thing, one more tip. If the soap makes your hand dry, go to the store and get Suave. Okay, these are cheap shampoo. This is 15 ounce. Add about 8 ounce into your formula. This will make your hand soft. Yes, you heard it right. Just add cheap conditioner. I'm sorry, conditioner. Okay, go to Walmart or somewhere that you can get cheap conditioner. This was $1. I got another one, which is apple green. I was just gonna put that in with the watermelon and apple green. It'll give my grandma a nice smell. 15 ounce. Just put that in half. 8 ounce. 8 and 8 is about 16 ounce. 1 gallon, put about 8 ounces in. You will be a-okay. You don't have to worry about dry hand or anything ever again. So if only if it's make your hand dry, add conditioner. And go to the store and get the cheapest conditioner you can get. Trust me, most conditioner is the same ingredients. If you look in the back, you will find out what they use. But other than that, that's about it. And I hope you liked the video. And I hope you would go and make yourself some, because it is so cheap. And if it's too harsh, put hair conditioner in. And yes, it will work for your dishwashing soap as well. Okay? Other than that, that's about it. I will see you in the next video.